The following is a time-ordered sequence of actions performed by three transactions T1, T2, T3. Then which of the following is true about the above schedule? Here in this question, a schedule which consists of three transactions T1, T2 and T3 is given, and we have to find if it is conflict serializable or view serializable. If it is so, we have to find the equivalent serial schedule also. So let us write the given schedule. Given schedule is, this is T1, T2, T3. First action is performed by transaction 2, read action on X. After that, read action on Y by T3, and then write action on Y by third transaction, and then read action on Z by first transaction, and then read action on Y by transaction 2, and then read action of Y by transaction 1, and then write action on X by transaction 1, and then write action on Z by 1, transaction 1. So this is the given schedule. So let us find if it is conflict serializable or not. So in order to find the conflict serializable, we have a shortcut by which we can find if it is conflict serializable or not. Let us that is nothing but drawing precedence graph from the given schedule. So it consists of three transactions T1, T2 and T3. Here we have to identify if there are any conflicting operations or not. So here conflicting operations are, so this read X and this write X. So there is an edge between T2 should be, the order of these conflicting operations should not be changed. After read X by T2, write X by T1 should be performed. So there is an edge between T2 to T1. And also there is one more conflicting operations, one more pair of conflicting operations, that is these two are conflicting pair operations. Write action on Y by T3 and read action on Y by T2. So the order of these two actions should not be changed in the equivalent serial schedule. So there is an edge between T3 to T1. So this is a let us check if there are any other conflicting operations. So we can, there are no other conflicting operations. So this is the precedence graph. So from precedence graph we can clearly see that there are no conflicting, there are no cycles in the precedence graph. So if there are no cycles in the precedence graph, we can say that that particular schedule is conflict serializable, and the equivalent to serial schedule is T3, T2 and then T1. So this is, so we can say that this is conflict serializable and equivalent schedule is T3, T2, T1. If any schedule is conflict serializable, then it is also view serializable. So here we can say that from the given options, option A, it is both conflict and view serializable with sequence T3, T2 and T1. In view, if it is view serializable, then the first read operation on data, on all the data items should not change in the equivalent serial schedule. So here you can see that first read action on data item A is performed by T3. That on data item Y is performed by transaction 3, and the equivalent serial schedule, the same thing is happening. That is, first read action on A is performed by T3, and first read operation on X is performed by T2. In the equivalent schedule also same thing is happening, and the first read action on Z is performed by T1. Here T3 and T2 are not performing any read operation on Z. So in the equivalent serial schedule also, first read operation on Z, data item Z, is performed by T1, and final write operation on each and every data item should not be changed in the equivalent serial schedule. Here final write operation on data item X is performed by transaction T1, and the same thing is happening in equivalent serial schedule also. So what about final write operation on data item Y? It is performed by T3 in the given schedule, and same thing is happening in equivalent serial schedule also. Why? Because here T2 and T3 are T2 and T1 are not performing any write operation on Z. So the final write operation will not be changed in the equivalent serial schedule. And here T3 T2 is reading the value written by T3. That is, T2 is reading data item Y produced by, that is written by T3 in the given schedule, and the same thing is happening in the equivalent schedule, in the equivalent serial schedule also. Here after T3, T2 will be performed. So the intermediate read operations, that means if in a given schedule, if one transaction is reading the value written by some particular transaction, that same thing should be happen in the equivalent serial schedule also. So here T3, the data item produced by T3 is read by T2. Same thing is happening in the serial schedule. So here we can say that the given schedule is both the conflict and view serializable to the serial schedule T3, T2, T1. So here correct option is option A.